million health issues. I will be now, if without this diet, I would be taking pills from high pressure, pills for controlled diabetes or stuff like that. And I was destined to sleep with something in my face that pumped the air. Start to vomit. One day I vomit for one whole day, and I didn't have anything to vomit. I just was there hugging the toilet, and nothing was coming out.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to Bold. Today we have a special guest. It is Dario, the Hypercarnivore Chef. Now, Dario has a fantastic story for us, and I'd like to let him dive right in. Dario, would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, hi to everybody. So I'm Dario. I'm a chef from many years. I live in Netherlands now. It's 3 years that me and my family live here in the Netherlands, and yeah, I'm a carnivore from March. Let's say like that. I started my journey after I had million health issues. This problem made me start to research in what can be, how can I fix my symptoms through diet and not through the medication, because that's what my destiny was. My, how you say, I will be now, if without this diet, I would be taking pills from high pressure, pills for controlled diabetes or stuff like that, and I was destined to sleep with something in my face that pumped the air to avoid this 70 apneas I had every night. My sleeping rhythm was all up and down. So this the thing that make me start to dive into this knowledge. No, I already were following some of the influencers, like for example that guy that's very funny, Carnivorous Aurelius, that's on Instagram. That is a lot about memes and stuff like that. So I was curious, but I was never like, I thought he was a little bit it's too much. No, like everybody think about this diet. When you talk about anybody, it's extreme. It's some kind of thing that you cannot manage long time. Blah blah blah. So I was one of that people. Then I saw other people more scientific, let's say like that, like doctors talking about it. And I was already a follower of Dr. Berg, that is a ketogenic kind of suggestion doctor. I mean, it's a little bit all around, but I follow also him long time before. When I did many diet in my life, and I did also the ketogenic diet, and I lost weight and stuff like that. So I know this thing that to keep the carbs down, to don't eat pasta and bread, that from me in Italian, and pizza. It's some like the basic thing to eat. I know that make you lose weight, but I didn't know that keeping all these carbs down and making basically zero, and eating based on animal fat, that was the antichrist for us. You know, animal fat is the thing that will make you give you heart attack in minutes. And now I'm all drinking shots of tallow, stuff like that. It's unbelievable. So yeah, now I'm here in the Netherlands. I've been many places in the world with my work before. I work in Middle East. I work in Asia, in Philippines, in Myanmar. I work in Maldives. So I'm an Italian chef with international background, and now I'm re-evaluating, and I'm learning new things that I kind of know the basic, but I never developed much in my work about cooking meat-based product with animal oils and animal fats and stuff like that.
Wow, very nice. So would you mind detailing for us what your main health issues were?
Yes, no problem. Allora, so the main one, the one that I have also one thing that we chat before, we didn't talk about it, and they call it cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. That is basically something that was discovered a few years ago. Not so, it's not something like for example, yesterday I talked to my doctor about it because I went there for other reason, and he didn't know what I was talking about. So imagine, and basically I had vomiting situation. I start to vomit. One day I vomit for one whole day, and I didn't have anything to vomit. I just was there hugging the toilet, and nothing was coming out, and I feel very very bad. So this was the drip that make in Italiano we say la goccia che fa traboccare il vaso. Means the drip that make all the water come out from the glass. So that was the last thing that I said, okay, I need to do something because, but that is not related to the diet. So unfortunately, that's the only thing the diet didn't fix. The only way to fix that is don't smoke anymore. So and the diet give me the strength of quitting. So it's very important, this diet for addiction. If you are addicted to anything, be strong. This diet make you strong everywhere in the brain and in the body. I quit weed after 25 years like this. I stopped, and after 2 days, maybe I didn't sleep well. I'm not thinking about smoking anymore. So that's the good thing. But I went to the doctor because I was snoring in the night so hard that my family could not sleep. My partner told me, Dario, what's wrong with you? It's like you cannot breathe in the night. So I went there and they put something on me to monitor me, and they found out I had 70 sleep apneas in the night. This was around February or stuff like that. So I had high blood pressure. I was waking up every night 3 4 times to pee in the toilet. And this is sorry, it's a symptom of a pre-diabetic situation. I have pain anywhere. Every time I'm a chef, so I work in the kitchen. Many times, things fell down. You need to get down, pick up a towel or whatever, or go down, open a drawer, and take the food from the refrigerator. And every time I was in pain in my knees, in pain everywhere. Everything I was holding in my hand, it seems heavy when it's not big. So I was getting tired. All these symptoms worsen, let's say, from after the lockdowns in 3 years ago. So maybe also I probably might, I cannot tell you all the things because I cannot remember. There were so many things. I probably my tooth. I have so many health issues that I need one day I need to sit down and just try to remember, write them down, because all these things, they magically disappear. I don't have any of these things anymore. No more problem. Like they give me some miracle drug that heal everything, and the miracle drug was basically make your body work, run perfectly, and then if you are not too compromised, your body will fix itself basically. So that's what. So the sleep apnea was the main concern that took me to the doctor. After 1 month of this diet, I checked myself again because my girlfriend said, Dario, it's much better now. You're sleeping much. You look like you are not snoring as much as before. So I went again to check, and I said, can I check again? Because my girlfriend tell me this, and that. So I said, let's do it again. And I passed in 1 month from 70 sleep apnea to 20. And for the doctor was, it's unbelievable. What have you done? Are you sure you put the machine right? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, it's the same thing I did last time. And they say, I never see things like that. But I didn't want to tell her about the diet because I don't want to be judged from people that think another way. Then after in other maybe 2 weeks, I stopped to have any apnea, and I download some app in my cell phone to register my sleep pattern. And yeah, I still snore a little bit, but I mean it's kind of normal. I feel my mouth change shape. The top of my mouth was soft, and now it's hard. So there's nothing to that can vibrate and make me snore. So basically, I was destined to sleep with this mask in my face, and I don't do it. Just changing the way of eating.
So that inflammation, in the soft and hard palate made it impossible to breathe at night, right?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Then I don't get up in the night two, three, four times to go to the toilet. So make also my sleep pattern much better. And so that's it's a symptom of a pre-diabetic situation. I didn't do an exam. I didn't test my blood. I was kind of scared to know how bad I was. So it's like the animal, I don't ostrich. They put the hand under the sand and don't want to know
Mhm.
what's going on. So that's what how I feel sometimes about bad news. Better no news is good news. So if I don't know, maybe things will get better. No, it's not so smart way of thinking, but that's how I
Mhm.
am sometimes.
Yeah, your body will let you know. You can't hide from that, can you?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I start to research. That's why I found this way, and then the thing that made me want to try is already that I know that keeping low the carbs make you feel better. But the thing that I saw some documentary is this guy on YouTube is called is an English guy called Kent Carnivore. He make
Mm.
small documentary that are pill size that are fantastic and there is the approach I heard in this documentary Dr. Uberman or Chaffee talking about biology, talking about how is our intestine, talking about biology correlated to the evolution of Homo sapiens and the thing that we live during the ice age. I didn't know that 99% of existence of Homo sapiens was during ice ages, basically. And then the temperature was basically around on the Earth was around 5 degrees when now it's 15. So it's three times average. No, I'm talking about average. It's much more. And basically there was ice everywhere. There was nothing to eat than meat. So and then the logic is the logic that make me say this make so much sense. This
Mm.
thing about that's what we eat for all our existence, and now the in 15,000 years ago we develop, discover whatever something happened, and we start to grow crops, we start to grow trees, we start to eat carbs. 15,000 years ago there was nothing before. Let's say 15 to 6,000 because hey, we have Gobekli Tepe, the first oldest human thing that was for sure was made from some kind of society because it's not cave painting that kind of situation.
Mhm.
And then we have the Sumers that 6,000 years ago start to grow wheat and other kind of grains. And that when was introduced the carbs in our diet. That before we didn't have the possibility. So evolutionarily talking, how can we adapt to something that we never eat for 750,000 years, and then we start to eat now from 6,000 years, 15,000 years. There's no comparison. 15,000 years and 750,000 years. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So we didn't have the time to adapt. It's impossible to adapt to this kind of diet. Then in I don't know, 100 years ago, we start to grow crops industrially, let's say like that, with the machine and stuff. And then in the 70s, we introduce seed soil that are produced by machines, basically, with
Mm.
the long process. You need to burn these things and then extract the oil with solvents that are from petroleum, and then this oil tastes like crap, so you need to remove the smell, remove the taste from this thing and make them tasteless, so with adding other things, it's not how it's possible that we can eat these things and feel good. So I give them a chance because for me it was makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that like it was the example of the koala. No, I think Dr. Shafi made the example of the koala. The koala eat only
Mhm.
one kind of leaf. Give something else. Give an apple. Give whatever, any vegetable that is not eucalyptus leaves. He will get sick. He probably will die, or he will refuse to eat probably. So we our eucalyptus is meat. We were hunter gatherer, and then the logic of the tooth also, because our teeth are not like a lion, but are not like a donkey. Our tooth are primate tooth. So no, but we don't have long canine. The primates eat vegetables, but they have long canine. So to have long canine, there is no correlation between diet and canine, because this doesn't make sense. So we are kind of a carnivore ape that develop in evolutionary in some other way, and that's the thing that make me think that yes, we our kind of tooth is perfect for eating meat. This the flat one we remove the meat the meat from the bones, and then the flat ones in the back will eat the meat. It's perfect for meat eating. We are not hunter that hunt with our mouth. We are not lions. We hunt with our brain. We hunt with weapon with our hands. So we were hunting groups. All these things make so much sense. Was like a circle of things that make so much sense. And so let's try. And then after 1 month, I feel it like something happened to me. I remember I was in my other house. I was in the garden. I was talking to my friend. I said, Marco, I don't know. I feel better. I feel strong. I noticed that I was walking more straight. I noticed that when I was at work, my legs were stronger. I feel running. I like a necessity of the to do something with my body. When before the couch was my dream. I'm home, on the couch. When I was eating in the restaurants, I remember my dream was a restaurant. They have bed next to their chair. So after you stuff up with carbs and feel like I'm full, then not even stand up, just lay on the bed and sleep there, because it's like that's the dream. No, not even the fatigue to walk to the couch was already a lot for me. No, I feel always tired, always. I was not active, like because I saw people run. Is what give them the strength to these runners, these cyclists to go some wake up Sunday morning at 6 and go running. Why you are not in the bed and sleep? These people must be crazy. When your body is working well, you understand why they do that, because it's your body telling you what are you doing in the bed? Come on,
Mm.
get up, you move. Yeah, so maybe I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that's the answer to your
No,
first
you did fine.
question.
That's great. That's
Okay,
fantastic.
good.
And I mean, there were a lot of threads there. It was good. Yeah. Like with Dr. Chafee, I also watch his material and I agree with what he's got going on. Yeah. There's a lot to learn from our doctor friends like Dr. Chafee and um, we got Dr. Sean Baker and uh, Ken Berry. Wow. They have some.
Canberry, I wish Canberry was my doctor, like that I can knock his door and ask him things. Yeah, you look at him and you like you trust him like naturally. I will give him my passwords, for example.
I'm going to keep that clip. I'm going to put
Ah,
that in here. So, Dario, tell me,
yeah,
what is it that you like to make for yourself and for your customers? Do you feed your customers meat or do they just order whatever they
I
want?
that famous chef that was he ended his life years ago. I cannot recall his name now. He was famous. He was everywhere in TV. Anyway, he said one time that we work in the pleasure business. So cooking is some kind of considered like a pleasure business. So it's not Oreca. It's not this kind of, because we give people endorphins. with our food. So that's what I consider myself. No, to cook for people that is kind of addicted to to. I have moral issues. I don't do it like lightly. If one day in the future I can have a chance to work in a carnivore only restaurant. No, I try to I don't use like seeds oil except for the fryer that we don't really use much. I have only one two things in the menu that use the fryer. So I cannot use other kind of oils because the food costs and stuff like that. It's not my restaurant. I'm not the owner, so I need to keep the prices and things down. But for the rest, the meat I cook it in clarified butter. So I use butter. I use extra virgin olive oil. That's the best of the worst. Let's say like that. Because anyway, the omega 3, omega 6 is not so out of the scale. Like
Mhm.
and I try to not don't overcook things. But yes, we give pasta, we give pizza, we give a lot of carbs. Then I mean, this the I cannot I no. It's like the guy that sell gasoline in the gas station cannot be feel guilty because the car that he just fill up had an accident or the pollution or whatever thing. So I need to, I gotta get paid. No, I need to bring bread at home. So that's what I know how to do. That's what it's my best feature. So that's what I did for so many years. So that's, but for sure, in the future, open like for example the food stall or food truck that is carnivore with big things, no seeds oil. No natural meat, no like for the barbecue, for example, here in Netherlands, a lot of barbecue, but they put so many spices like garlic. I cannot eat garlic. I'm Italian, but if I eat garlic all my life, I get sick. So they put all this garlic everywhere, garlic powder, paprika powder, red bell powder, all the things that basically are make people guts inflamed, irritated. So I would like to one day to have to make a barbecue, but only with the tallow and salt, and that's it. No black pepper, no other things, and it's tasty. It's so good. I always use slow cooker to cook my chunk of meat that they need to cook slowly to become like soft. And I use a lot of bone marrow as fat, and the fat of the bone marrow. Oh my God, it's like I, don't- I get excited. It's like that talking about this thing. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
my
bone
goal
marrow
is
thing.
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
to cook the things that I eat. To cook only the thing that I. That's why also I don't want to be too much categorized in a label carnivore 100% because maybe no the science is still there. Maybe the vegetable that are fermented are not so bad for us because the oxalate go down. They are much more digestible. There is a lot of vitamin C, for example, in sauerkrauts.
Hmm.
Maybe little bit every now and then is not bad. Maybe as a medicine can work if you have some kind of situations. Because plants and things have things that can be used the good for us. In Italy, we say the portion make the medicine. So maybe fermented garlic in honey, little bit when you are sick is good, but eating every day fermented garlic in honey, no, it's not good. That's an example. I don't know. I know that I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. So maybe sometime little bit of fruits can be good, maybe not. I'm open to that. For sure, I know that the base of what I want to cook have to be meat base, fat base, animal fat base, and yeah, because that's what we are evolutionary adapt. And for sure during the ice age and during in the equatorial area there were some fruit more available seasonally, so probably we adapt to eat this kind of thing. uh, but probably some kind of vegetable that we ate that, or mushroom for example, no, the mushroom that they are easy. Maybe this kind of food are things that we, let's say, we can still eat, but rarely. Like will not screw us up in. But if we eat a lot of mushroom and then fruit, because yes, it's something that is was eaten also by prehistoric people, but that become the base of what you eat, and then you eat also some meat. It's not good to be something extra. But I don't know yet. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm studying it, and we'll see if it's something that then is good for us or not. So yeah, I do this diet for health, and I wish other people try it. So when you try after 1 month, you don't go back because you feel so much better, so much smarter, focus, and unstoppable, like superpower. Like I feel like in the video games when you Mario eat the mushroom, become big and become ding 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 and start to run. That's what I am. I was a potato couch. They say in America. No, this when you don't do anything. And now I cannot stop. My kids that are 4 and 6, they cannot stay after me. We go running on the beach. We play. My papa, I'm tired. Come on, let's go. And I was the opposite. I was the opposite. So this diet, this way of eating, saved my health and but improve my life all around. I mean, I'm a better person, a better man. I really hope that more people give a chance, give it the meat chance, and then after with open mind, and then after with them their research and their experience on themselves, they say, okay, this I prefer. No, when you say free willing is when you know, like before the doctor says smoke this kind of cigarette, but is better this other cigarette, and all doctor of America this kind of it smoke this kind of brand. People thought that cigarettes were good. Their free willing tell them, okay, if cigarettes good, I like, why not? Now they know cigarettes bad. You like, it's your free will to smoke or don't smoke. Now because you know that cigarette is bad. This kind of diet you think is bad, your free will say this diet is bad. I don't want to feel bad, so my free will say don't do it. But then if you try and then if you do your research, you understand that it's not bad at all. Okay, your free will is working because you say, okay, I know that it's good. Make me feel better. You choose. No, I prefer to eat carbs and I prefer to enjoy this pizza. Okay, it's your free will to do it, but you know that the other diet will not give you a heart attack, will not make you feel bad. So, but if you don't know, you don't have much choice.
That's a big point that you're touching on right there. How do you know, especially given that the health authorities, like you mentioned cigarettes, back then the health authorities were being directed to say this cigarette is better than that one. Now, whether they were saying smoke or not really the point, but they were suggesting that this one is better than that one. So
Yeah.
now they suggest this diet is better than that one, or that diet
Yeah, same
is
thing.
better than
It's
this one.
the same thing. Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that the health officials are benefiting from
I
this
think
idea?
what I think is that money make the people. No, this some people that work for the health authorities are talentless and they don't have choices in life. So once you offer your life to be improved, and you are destined to be somebody working in an office, just stamping, and or working in a factory and have kind of average blue collar life, and then somebody give you 10 times more of that kind of salary. You can afford this and that. And money make the world go round. If you are interested in money, then you become basically a prostitute, and you will say things that you don't even know if they are right. I don't say that these people think they know that this is bad, but they gonna push it because of they are corrupt. Some of them, for sure. Most of them, they don't know if it's bad or good. They don't care. They're not interested to take a book and get new information. They say my life is good. I have a villa. I go 3 times a year in vacation everywhere in the world. So I have power on other people. In this Italian mafia boss that we all hate, and he died, so we are very, very happy. And he used to say that ruling on other people is better than make love. Let's say this nicely. So for me, make love is much better than ruling on other people. I hate to rule on other people. I'm a head chef, so I had to rule on other people. But I always try to make them, people that work with me, to make them independent. So I give you the things how to do it perfectly. If you make it like this, I'm happy. I don't have to tell you again and again and again, because I hate to get again. You make this mistake. Come on, I show you. Blah, blah, blah. I hate. So if I see people that now you can do it by yourself, and maybe you can tell me, chef, let's do like this or like that. I'm happier than me come to you and telling it, you have to do this way because that's the way, because I'm your god now. Like I see sometimes crazy chef in TV. Sorry, I moved. Yeah, this power feeling of ruling on other. I never had this thing in my life that I enjoy. This I really hate this.
So, in your life, you haven't sought out positions of leadership, but you have helped.
Yeah, I from long time, yes. Especially in the kitchen, because the kitchen work like an army sometimes. You know, the chef is the general, and if the battle is won, is my good. If the battle is lost, it's my fault. So if something come out from the kitchen is not good, the owner of the restaurant, the manager, will not go to the specific station. Ah, your salad, you make the salad very bad. He come to me and tell the salad came out from this kitchen is bad, and it's my fault, even if I didn't even touch it. You know, sometimes things can split out, come out from our eye. Maybe there's something underneath. Maybe sometimes there's sabotage. You know, the situation varies in the kitchen. But yeah, I am the general, and the guy that work for me with me are the army. So, and I don't really like to. I prefer to be a pack of hunters kind of situation, and then we all have one goal. Then yeah, so yeah. But this thing is the thing that pull people in life. That the power, the money, the thing, the ruling of others. So the position of power is it's the thing that make. When you see this, for example, this kind of ministry of health that are 300 kilo and stuff like that. You are a minister of health. Our minister of health, the one during the Italian one, that I really hate. It's the hate. I never hate somebody so much in my life. So this guy that imposed all the lockdowns, mask, and talking nonsense in TV, he looked like skinny, like he was dying. It's like it's like a zombie. So how can you be a minister of health and you look like a zombie? That you just like you're gonna, if somebody do this on you, you will break apart directly. So the nonsense. But this kind of person, what he could do in his life? Nothing, probably. Nothing. Probably he was destined to do nothing. And now he has a blue car and people watching on his safety, and then he making 20, 30,000 euro a month. And he has, when he go there, everybody clap on him. It's a matter of being powerful. And if you are attracted from this thing, then yeah, you will push an agenda that is not the right one, and you will not care, because your own goal is your personal life, and you don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, it does seem that people who don't deserve power are the ones that seek it the most.
Yeah.
Well, apart from that, what is your favorite food? Going back to the original idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on my mood mostly. Sometimes I'm not like a steak kind of person. Maybe because I'm not American. In America, you guys are. When you think about meat, the first thing in your mind is steak. I like for example, the meatballs, the polpette of my grandma. So, for example, meatballs. Meatballs normally you put also breadcrumbs. Now I don't, but I like meatballs a lot. I fry them now in tallow and not in sunflower oil or olive oil or whatever. Or I make them like in soup. I make bone stock. Then I make these meatballs for my kids. They like too much, and I really like them. I before I used to before the Neapolitan meatballs, let's say, are with breadcrumbs, and there is also a lot of garlic and other things. Now all the vegetarian things I don't put. I only keep the meat and cheese and eggs. I make them, and I cook them, and then they're so good. I don't cook them anymore in tomato sauce. But I really like a nice ribeye. The thing that I like more ribeye that is you say not grass fed, grain fed because it's fatter. So grain fed is fatter, probably is tastier. Grass fed probably. Sorry, I have a problem in my ear. Grain fed is healthier for sure. So the fat, like the wagyu is so fat. But if you consider you are eating basically an obese animal, is it good for you? So yes, it's so much taste. So, but probably it's not so good. Yeah, steaks, and I really love to slow cook things. I put things overnight in the slow cooker. I go sleep. In the morning, I wake up with the smell in the house of slow cook brisket or beef shoulder. I like a lot of beef. Before I was more kind of pork kind of enthusiast. I like pork shoulders, slow cooked, and but now I developed taste in the red meat much more than before. Yeah. So slow cook meat probably is my favorite.
Mm, nice, slow cooked meat.
With
Today
bone marrow, with
that I was
bone
gonna
marrow
say.
on top that will melt on top of it. It's juicy and salty,
Ah,
fantastic.
this is the first day I've actually tried bone marrow. Last night, my wife made some
Ooh.
soup stock, and they got a great big cow bone to put in it, and the bone marrow. I got a chance to try that. I didn't know what the color of bone marrow from a cow was going to be. It's yellow, and it's kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
tallow or grease, yeah. And the flavor was
yeah.
it
It's
was a cross between
basically
butter and fat. I don't even know how to say it.
that's that's how I say the carnivore. I call it carnivore butter. Uh, when it cool down, if you just extract the bone marrow and don't eat it, if you try to don't eat it and then you make it cool down and put it in the chili, it become like tallow. Little bit different because there is other kind of things, not only fat, but it looks like tallow. It's white and with things inside. And then I just melt it on top of steaks as finished. I cook it in tallow and then I put it on top to melt on top, and then yeah, I'm. It's my channel on Instagram. Basically, is kind of new. It's like maybe 2 months. That I start to 1 month. I don't know, not even 2 months. That I start to put recipes and stuff. I I'm in kind of transition between houses because we bought a house and we are not moving until November there. And this kind of house where we live there is so nice in the centrum of Dordrecht. We live here in Netherlands. It's so nice to live here in the center, but the house is small and facilities are not so comfortable to make videos and stuff like that. Plus, the kids were in vacation until 21 of August. So do anything with them around is complicated. I'm kind of focused person. When I do something, I want to start and finish it. I don't want. I hate to be interrupted. So then, if I get upset because I'm interrupted, then I don't do it with the right mood. So now that they go to school, it's much better. I will be able to do some more videos in the morning, some more recipe, and do other things to maybe inspire people to, because I see many times people, but how can you do, it's boring, steak and steak. It's not a steak and steak, it's not only steak. There's so many things you can do with this kind of food, and then I'm learning things that I never see, like I saw these people doing a butter, burning the butter, basically French, I don't know, these French people speak strangely. Anyway, I'm Italian. Sorry, but, we have beef, Italian and French beef. Anyway, uh, and they make this butter. They make it burn, and then after they put in molds, and then after when cool down, it's like a snack, and it's so good. It tastes like nuts. It's fantastic. So I didn't know. I'm learning also. So I developing my skills in this kind of cuisine. I call it the hypercarnivore cuisine. So because it's a thing that is it's a cuisine, but they didn't develop. It's not only a way of eating. Can be become a style of cooking, like I know, I thought you fruits. So and hopefully doing these things, put them online. Some entrepreneur will say, let's do this something with this guy. It's my passion. No, I'm very passionate about the things that I do. I'm very passionate about my work. I always before, no, like for example, I've been in vacation now. No, every time I come back from vacation, the days before I start to think about new recipes, what to do, make a new special, changing the menu. Now it's the first time that I didn't think about work until I was at work because I'm not so much focused about Italian things. So I'm like more interested in things that I eat. So I'm much more passionate now about carnivore cuisine, let's say like that.
Okay, now that sounds a lot like Lily Kane. Yeah, Lily Kane makes up a
I don't
cuisine
know.
set like that. Oh, you might not know. She also uses the term hypercarnivore, but now she's not using it because it was confusing to some people. But when you say hypercarnivore,
Okay.
what do you mean?
Yeah, that means that I don't want to be. If I say carnivore and then one day I decide that I want to use fermented vegetables or fruit, some kind of things, I don't want to be said, you were one of us and now you are a traitor. You are not one of us anymore. So that's why I want to be a little bit more, because it's a cuisine, no? It's a style of cooking, and to have availability of little bit more than meat. Like if I make a slow cook beef shoulder cooked in tallow with bone marrow and I top with a little bit of sauerkraut, I don't want to be like just for the sensation, the feeling of contrast between something that is sweet and fatty and something that is acidic. I don't want to be like putting cross and die on the cross of the carnivore diet. I'm a chef, so I want to be a little bit free to work around. For sure, if you eat a little bit sauerkraut, you will not die or go out of the uh, ketones on your body on the on the on the carnivore train. You will not go down if you eat sometime little bit, or if you eat a berry, because that carnivore ice cream is only no in the palate. We have different place where we feel taste. No, the best food that we can enjoy is the one that light up a little bit of everything. So you have the umami, you have the acidity, you have the sweetness. So I want to work out on these things and don't be too much categorized. But the base, the 99% have to be animal products. So that's why.
That's a great explanation and good reasoning.
Thank you.
I have seen that happen on occasion where somebody gets ostracized from the community because, well,
No,
that's not
yes.
right.
So sorry to interrupt. Yesterday I saw a post on a group that I'm on Facebook, and they said, let's don't yeah, but let's don't be religious about these things. It's not a religion, not a dogma. We are here for health, for learn, and for sure, if I eat a berry, I will not become a fruitarian. How you say that? Fruitarian. I don't know. Somebody that eat only fruit. So yeah, if you eat 3 bananas or 4 mango like somebody else, and you don't surf for 3 hours a day every day, probably yes, because how are you gonna consume all this body? Then there is one thing interesting that I forgot yesterday because I want to write down. There is this doctor that is also a genius, and he was interviewing another doctor, and he was talking about the fructose and how bad it is, the fructose, but how much fructose do absorb when the fructose is attached to fiber, so eating the fruit and not the refined version of it, no, because also our body will make fructose from glucose, super scientific, complicated, and I cannot quote these things because it's not my field. So there is this theory that if you eat a little bit of fruit, the fructose that is on the paper on the fruit is not going in your body. So there is other people that do diabetic tests. So basically, they say if I eat one spoon of sugar, my insulin. If I eat one banana, my insulin less and for less time. If I eat blueberry, my insulin doesn't go so much, but goes down very fast. So keep the insulin up all the time is the problem. But if you have a little spike of insulin and then small and then go down fast, you're not going to become diabetic eating sometime like this. That's why I'm very much interested on science and uh, and the best human diet,
Okay,
proper
those are
human
fair
diet,
points.
as Ken Berry said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Inberry, fantastic guy. So I don't know whether the fructose is safe or not, or if
No,
vegetables are good
for
or bad.
sure.
I couldn't say. One thing I do know is in my personal experience, anything that I ate off of the carnivore diet, anything that was plant-based or uh, fruit, yeah, it would go in as the chunks that I chewed it up as, and it would come out the same way. So in my
Yeah.
personal
So
experience,
maybe
I don't digest it.
yeah, you don't digest it. That's why. If you don't digest it, means that doesn't go in your body. So maybe it can be a pleasure, something that give you pleasure, and but it doesn't f you up from this kind of diet. So we are also researching pleasure in life. So sometimes if you enjoy to feel some sweetness after you eat a 2 pound steak and then you eat two, three, four blueberry, hey, what's going on? It's not. You're not gonna go to jail for that in the carnivore jail.
Yeah, a measured response, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then I mean, if you go after you run a lot, you bike a lot, you do a lot of exercise, if the blueberry are not two but they are 10, it still work because you gonna consume a lot of this sugar that is in your muscles and stuff. So how you they call that, the
Glucose.
gluconeogenesis?
Yeah.
Gluconeogenesis, the one that the glucose that you produce,
Yeah.
maybe it's not enough. Maybe there is this other guy that wrote one time a comment and also made sense. After we eat for 44 years, like me, carbs, maybe our gluconeogenesis is not working anymore because we didn't use it, because our liver didn't produce anymore so much sugar because there was no need. And then after 44 years of don't producing sugar because there was so much sugar and our liver were transforming the sugar in fat, after that maybe you feel better to eat a little bit of sugar because the one that you need, the little bit of glucose that you need, you're not gonna make it. So that's why some people say, I feel flat when I'm carnivore, and if I eat a little bit of berry, a little bit of honey, I exercise with more energy. Maybe because your liver cannot produce the same quantity of sugar that you need because it's used to don't do it, and then maybe you need more years to make your liver produce the right amount of glucose that you anyway your body produce because you need it.
That's a
It's
good
it's
point.
all it's all on learning. I don't know. I know that I don't know. I don't know. If I feel better, I follow this way, but not feel better like happiness. Like my body work better. If I eat like a banana and then after I have joint pain or and then I say okay, it's a no. If I eat two berries and I feel little bit better than don't eating, and why not? So I don't know. There's things that we should search without be dogmatic. Let's say like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Uh, it's like vegans and the dogmatic system of plants only, and we're not killing anything. And I can see how that can get a little bit
Yeah.
problematic.
And then they are not killing anything except all the animals that they were living in that account. I live in Netherlands, no? In that environment, all the animals that were living in the woods, the insect, the flowers, everything that is gone because now there is this onion fields that's never ending. I live in the Netherlands, so I see the difference between the farm environment and the crops environment. The crops environment is it's a disaster. It's like nothing. The flatness of flat. The ground is all upside down. There is no growing of any grass. It's look like something was destroyed by a nuclear bomb, but they're growing onions, they're growing potato, and there is no tree, there is no shadow, there is no animal around. Only birds trying to eat the seeds from the ground. When you go to a farm, you see trees, you see grass. It's like normal. It looks like it's a normal place, not something that was destroyed by a nuclear holocaust. So yeah, for me it's much natural to go to a farm than to go to see a farm. It look like more normal to see a farm where there is cows and there is a horse and there is trees everywhere and the cow are going around, than to see a potato field that has only potato and nothing else. And then they spray other things to kill the insects and stuff like pesticide and things.
Do they do a lot of monocropping there?
Yeah, industry. Netherlands is one of the biggest food producer in Europe, even if it's so small. Probably in the world is one of the biggest one. It's so small. They have a lot of greenhouses because of the weather. No, we are not Europe, so the weather is kind of cold, and they have a lot of greenhouses. And yes, they produce a lot of food. And I read a study about why people in Netherlands are so tall. Here they are the tallest in Europe, probably with Montenegro people, if I'm not wrong. Because before everybody was drinking a lot of. I mean, there's higher consumption of milk in probably in the world in Europe for sure. And before the milk was raw, so I drink raw milk, and the milk was raw, and raw milk has so much nutrients and stuff like that. And the other part of the world where the people didn't drink so much milk. They have so many cow here. Just when you travel in the highway here, you see cows everywhere. That's why the government is doing the war against the farmers in Netherlands because they want us sick, they want us weak, they want us dependent on them. So if you eat meat, you will feel healthy. You will not need to go to the doctor, and there's no profit in a healthy people.
Mm-hmm. So are they doing high temperature processing for the milk now, or is it still raw?
No, you can buy raw milk from the farms. So I go every time I go directly to one farm and I buy everything from there. I buy my butter, my raw butter. I buy cheeses. I buy milk. Uh, yeah, eggs. All the products that can. I basically go to the supermarket only to buy my cat food, water, yeah, this kind of thing. I don't buy anything in the supermarket anymore. No, my girlfriend still is not like me. So she's from Philippines, so she need to eat rice, or she feel bad. But I see, that she is tired sometimes. I'm tired. I'm never tired. I'm never tired. Now I sleep much less. I sleep 6 hours a night. I'm never tired. I have constant energy from when I wake up, and then in the evening, sometimes I feel sleepy, and I go to sleep, and I sleep like a kid, and I wake up in the morning. I don't need the coffee in the morning. Now, this time I drink coffee for the first time in weeks and weeks because I want to be a little bit more energetic, let's say like that. But I really don't feel much difference if I don't drink milk, if I don't drink coffee. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. So, but you're
my energy
Italian.
level are.
Italians like coffee, don't they?
I'm Neapolitan, even more than Italian. So people from my city are we have passion from pizza, we have passion for coffee, and yeah, we normally I used to travel the world and I bring my mocha machine everywhere because I hate American long coffee and I hate the other kind of the French coffee, the worst in the world. So I always had my machine. I always try to find my coffee. Now I don't care anymore. My father was here last week, a few days ago, and I was making coffee for him, and I didn't drink because I didn't need. I don't need. Now this morning, I make like let's make some coffee because I just woke up. I want to be ready in shape, like a drug. Yeah, let's say I use it like a performance drug if I need, but I don't really need.
Mm-mm. Speaking of performance drugs, how is your performance physically? How have you changed due to this way of eating? Like,
It's
have you built strength and muscle?
allora, I was 115 kilo in March, and now I'm 86 kilo. I
Nice.
did carnivore. I did carnivore not suddenly, abruptly, because I remember when I did keto for the first time in 2014, I was even skinnier than now, but look weaker and not so healthy than now. And I didn't feel like I feel now, for sure. There's no comparison. People say, if you do, well, if you, of course you feel better because you lose weight. Yeah, I did. I lost weight with keto. I lost weight with vegan. I lost weight with other kind of things. I was also going to gym and stuff like that, imposing myself to go to gym, not because I feel the necessity to go to gym, and and I never felt like this in my life. So when I was doing this kind of diet, I always feel like I was forcing myself to to eat in this way. Now I feel perfect. I feel so much better. So I lost the weight and I didn't even realize. I bought the scale 3 weeks ago. I didn't have scale. I didn't care about the weight because my concern were my symptoms. I had one of my big symptoms was palpitation, heart palpitation that get me scared. I went to the doctor, check my heart. There's nothing wrong with your heart. There's nothing wrong with my heart, but I have the palpitation. Sometimes I punch myself, and now then I don't have anymore. I mean, already from after 1 month, I didn't have palpitation anymore. After that. So I start to the people start, you lost weight. Really? I don't know. You lose weight. Okay, good. I don't care. I don't care. I care that I feel better. That's what I care. And then after my girlfriend, Dario, but what's going on? What's happened to you? And then I see that I was only losing fat. So basically, my fat on my body was kind of hard. When I touched my body before and I touched my belly, my fat was hard. Now, I still have a little bit of fat, but it's like mushy, soft, like blob. So when I move my hands, it's like my fat go everywhere. So I reshaped my body. I didn't lose one muscle. I then don't exercise like on regular base. I'm much more active because I I enjoy to be active. If I have to stay home watch TV or take the bike and go around, I take the bike 100%. Put some music and I go around singing with the smile. Sometimes I go around with bike singing like a crazy man because I'm happy. It's like my mood is so much better. So that yes, I lost fat without going to gym, without counting calories. Calories for me should be a forbidden word, and without checking how much protein my macro, like when I was doing keto, macro, micro, blah 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 blah. Blah. Does a lion check how many calories he's eating when he eat the gazelle in the savannah? No, I eat until I'm stuffed, until I say, okay, it does. I don't want to eat anymore. I'm good, and that's it. I eat one time. I eat once a day. Sometimes I eat twice. Normally, my let's say work schedule made me hungry around 11:30, 12, and then I eat meat, base, blah blah blah. Then after, when I go to work around the 1 or 2, maybe I eat some cheese, and then I was not hungry anymore. I cheese because I really like. I'm Italian, so but cheese from raw milk, not processed things like the cheese that you met on the burger in a McDonald's or
McDonald's.
whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that was my hungriness. Let's say I eat around 11 in the morning until 2, so it was kind of intermittent fasting that also I did, and then I was looking, I can't wait, I need to eat, I can't wait to eat, that is 30 minutes past because I'm hungry. Now no more, I'm hungry when I'm hungry, and when I'm not hungry. If you're not hungry, what's the reason to stuff yourself if you're not hungry? There's no reason. Your body say, well, don't do it because there's no reason. And the thing that I noticed that changing my schedule, like I was in vacation until a few days ago, changed my way of eating. So sometimes I'm waking up and I'm hungry in the morning, so I make some eggs, blah blah. But I noticed that I'm hungry in the morning if I eat in the evening. So if I have dinner around 6 or 8, the same thing, meat, blah, 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 then I go to sleep. And then I wake up in the morning and sometimes I feel hungry. I don't know why. And then I'm not hungry during the day. So it's they call it circadian rhythm, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So night and day thing. So probably I think it's better to eat during the sunlight when the sun is out. It makes sense from an evolutionary point of view because hunters were, hey, Grace, sorry, my girlfriend, you are
Oh,
going.
yeah, it's fine.
So we cannot make it too long because my kids are gonna burn the house if I'm
No,
not
I see.
around.
So let's go ahead and finish up. I'll just ask you one more
Yes,
question and we'll be ready to close
yes,
it up. Okay. So, do you have
sure.
any parting words of wisdom for our listeners?
No, do your own do your own research. In charge of your health, your body, and give the meat a chance. Try. It's 1 month. Doesn't work. Go eat junk food and do what you want. But, you're free to do what you want. Nobody's forcing anybody. Nobody's judging anybody. I will only judge people that now we start again go around with mask and ready to be jabbed. That I will shame them everywhere I will go. I will film them and I will talk to them in their language. Bah, bah. So maybe they will understand me. But do what you want for your diet. Uh, try, try. Doesn't work. Go back to eat French fries. It works. If it works, you will see. You will choose to don't go back because it doesn't make sense. Why you have to feel again like brain fog? That was one of my before now this interview like this without losing the train of thought, talking for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or whatever. Or I don't know how much time is passed. 1 hour. Talking for one
Hour.
hour, yeah, I will have a brain fog. I will get confused. I cannot talk like that before. I remember I made the video of myself telling all these things, and I talked for 40 minutes in the car while I was driving, and there was like everything made sense. Like I didn't go from one side to the other side, losing what was in my mind. So yeah, so try, and then your body will tell you, yeah, keep doing it.
Wow, Dario, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to have you
You're
on as a
welcome.
guest.
Thank
Right.
you, and good luck to everybody.
Thank you
Do I
very
need
much.
to press something or you gonna do
I'll,
it?
I'll, I'll stop it. I'll stop it. It's all right. Be bold,
Okay, cool.
everybody.
Take care. Ciao.
Ciao.